Hello, my name is Jerry Kuzmanoff from Kuzmanoff Financial, the DI guys. For the past 35 years, our firm has specialized in providing producers such as yourself with disability insurance training and products to help you meet your clients' DI needs and objectives. We represent virtually all of the major DI carriers across the country, so we can provide you with the best DI product at the lowest cost to meet your client's specific situation. Today, I'd like to discuss another individual DI marketing idea, which has proven quite successful in the past, and I know can not only be an easier way for you to sell individual DI, but provide your clients with much needed income protection that they otherwise might not be able to secure. It's called GSI, Guarantee Issue, or Guarantee Standard Issue Individual Disability Insurance. Individual DI, GR, and non-can policies that can be sold on a so-called guarantee issue basis to employer groups. GSI, Guarantee Standard Issue Individual Disability Income Insurance. Before we maybe understand what GSI is, it might be a good idea to understand the opposite. What is not GSI disability income insurance? Well, it's traditional, fully underwritten DI, where you're required or a person's required to give their full health history, a medical exam, oftentimes their blood profile and urinalysis, complete medical records, perhaps even a personal health interview with someone from the insurance company, and provide income documentation, either in the form of a tax return or W-2, and a multi-page application. That is traditionally fully underwritten non-GSI. If that's the case, what is GSI? What is disability income GSI? Well, there's no full health history required. There's no medical exam required. There's no blood profile or urinalysis required. No medical records. No personal health interview. No income documentation. And no multi-page application. In most cases, simply a short form application is all that is needed for an individual to qualify for excellent GR or non-can disability insurance under a GSI program. How does an applicant qualify for GSI? Who are the people out there that can qualify for this type of coverage? Well, they have to be employees of an employer group, a minimum of 5 employee groups. And they may be a carve-out. For example, you might have a company with 50 employees, but simply want to carve out 5 of them to provide this individual disability coverage to. That can be done. Premiums normally are employer paid for small groups, but can be co-paid with the employee or even totally voluntary if a larger group is involved. Full policy benefit provisions and optional riders are frequently available. So these types of plans can be written on as I said, a guaranteed renewable, non-can basis, COLA benefits, future purchase option benefits, all the normal provisions and benefits found in the very best individual DI policy. Monthly benefits can vary depending upon the number of employees and depending upon the carrier and the individual situation. We've had 5 employee groups that have been guarantee issued up to as much as $4,500 a month of benefit. And larger groups can receive even higher monthly benefits. Those final benefit amounts and options are ultimately determined by the carrier based upon census which is submitted, similar to what you would provide when you requested a group long-term disability quotation. Where is the market for GSI DI? Well, here's one example. You have a group LTD plan for 5 lives, which offers a maximum monthly benefit of $6,000 a month, which is integrated with Social Security or other legislated benefits. Although, perhaps in this case, 5 of the employees earn as much as $20,000 a month. These 5 employees' benefits are then, in reality, only 30% of their earnings. So additional GSI benefits can be offered on top of the group coverage to provide much higher benefit amounts. What's another market for DI GSI? Here's an example. And by the way, These are all examples of GSI cases that we have written in our office. They're not hypothetical, they are actual cases. In this example, we have a group LTD plan for about 800 employees in a group. Offers a 60% of earnings benefit up to a maximum benefit of $15,000 a month. But there are 45 executives who have higher than a $25,000 monthly earnings, resulting in lower than 60% of their earnings as a benefit. In other words, if your maximum benefit on the group plan is $15,000 a month, that's 60% of $25,000 a month of earnings. So anyone earning more than $25,000 a month is going to get a benefit, but that benefit's going to be less than 60% of their earnings. GSI can be used to supplement their group plan to provide an additional monthly benefit to those 45 top earning executives. What's another example of the market for GSI DI? Here's an example of a firm of 20 employees. The employer wishes to provide some DI coverage to 5 executives only. A typical group plan will normally not carve out just 5 people out of 20 and provide a group LTD plan. Normally, group LTD plans require 100% participation up to 10 employees. But if you just want to carve out 5, they generally will not do it. Well, individual GSI will do it. GSI will often offer coverage with monthly benefits up to as much as anywhere from $2,500 to $4,500 per month. There are a lot of uses and a lot of options and a lot of markets for individual guarantee issue GSI. What information is needed to get a quotation? Simply the name of the business, their address, how long they've been in business, what's the nature of their business, what percent of the premiums are going to be paid for by the employer, and what percent are going to be paid by the employee, if any. And of course, an employee census, which would include the name of the employee, their gender, date of birth, occupation or job title, and their earnings. With this information, we can submit it to our various carriers who offer GSI and get a quotation in terms of what types of benefits, what benefit amounts can be offered to that individual employer group. Individual GSI, guarantee issue disability insurance. How cool is that? No underwriting, no health underwriting, no financial documentation, no medical exams. Wouldn't we like to write every one of our disability applications on that type of an underwritten or literally to a small degree underwritten basis? Well, that's exactly what can be done when you write GSI. 5 people normally in a group is the minimum that's required by most carriers, and as we said before, we've had carriers offer as much as $4,500 a month in benefits to groups with as small as 5 employees. We strongly encourage you to look at your different groups that you have. Maybe their group LTD is not providing the total amount of coverage that the top executives are eligible for. Maybe their group LTD is limited in some way that individual DI could supplement and help the employees provide greater benefits on top. It can be used, as we said, in a number of situations. We thank you again for listening today. If you'd like to get a quote from us on any kind of a GSI case, simply give us a call at our toll-free number, 1-800-653-8003. We'll send it to all of our carriers and get the best possible quote for you. Again, thank you for listening today, and we wish you the best in all of your DI sales.